Hi, welcome back everyone. We're back in Wagon 84 at Donegal Railway Heritage Centre. Now we're going to continue on with some static grassing of the hillside here. So first off, what is static grass? Well, static grass is material like these here, all different lengths and colours. It's a fibrous material that you use one of these applicators to put in. It puts a static charge into the grass and then you shake it out onto where you want it, and the static charge in it makes the grass stand upright to give the effect of real grass. So there's all different manufacturers and makes and colours and textures of static grass. I tend to use WWS, that's World Scenics, because I find they work the best for me. I have in the past used some static grass from Woodland Scenics. I find it's a bit thick and it doesn't seem to work as well for me. Now you can see you can buy packs like this, and you can see it's got different colours. We've got Wild Meadow, 6mm, Dead 4mm. We've got Patchy 4mm, Autumn 4mm, Spring 2mm. They come in different sizes, different colours, so you can make different grass effects. With the WWS, I got one of their deballers, because some of their grass comes in clumps, and you simply run it through that breaks it up. And it's handy to have some tubs like this to store it in. Right on the label on the top what it is, just to store it. So I'll tidy this away now, and we'll start doing some static grass in this area here, so you can just see how it works. Here we have the static grass applicators. You can see I've got two different sizes here. So I'm going to be using this bigger one. This one is by Pettigo, but is actually made by WWS and just sold with the Pettigo name on it. So the way these work is, in the end here, I'll have a 9-volt battery. You've got your on switch there, and then the hopper here, it's got a metal grill over it, and in the bottom is a pin, and that applies the static charge to the grass, and then you shake it over, and then you have your grounding pin. We'll talk more about that later. So the first thing to do is undo the top. I've got some 4mm mixed grass here that I've put through the deballer so it's nice and loose. I'm going to put it in there, and then we'll go about applying some static grass. So I'm going to apply some static grass in this area just as a test to see how well it works, because applying static grass depends on a couple of factors. Obviously the glue you're using, so I use the layering spray from WS. It's just the handiest and easiest to work with. You can see I've also covered the track here, because any parts you don't want static grass to go onto, cover them over so they don't get any glue, and then you can just shake the grass off. Now, ambient conditions can play a lot with static grass as to whether it actually works, because sometimes you will do everything right and the grass just lays flat, and it can just purely be the atmospheric conditions on the day. So we'll see how it goes now. Give it a good shake, and then just spray that area. Switch on the grass applicator, shake it around a bit, spread that charge. You can see here the grounding clip. I've attached it to a screwdriver. That just makes it easier to hold. So put it in the area where you want the static grass to go, and then just shake. And then just run the applicator over to help it stand up. And you can come away, switch the applicator off. And if I bring the camera down to level, you can see that grass is standing up. I don't know if the camera, if you can make it out there. You can see that central patch there. That is standing up. So that's the first layer. We've used 4mm there. That's gone on top of the scatter here. So now what we can do is add a different colour. So we'll put some dead grass in amongst that, taller grass. Because if you look at any field, the colours you get in a field, unless it's a perfectly mowed lawn, are all different colours. You can have grasses of different heights, you can have different coloured grasses, dead grass, green grass, some yellowing grass, and it also depends on the season as well. So think about what season you're modelling as to what colour grasses you want on there. So let's do the next layer. I'm using 4mm dead grass for this, which I've already ran through the deboiler and put into the applicator. So let's spray the area with the layering spray over where I've already grassed. And now, this time with the grounding pin, I'm not going to hold it as close as I did before, just to see if that makes any difference. And with this colour, we just want to add it, not over the whole area, but just in parts. We'll have a look at that now, just to see if it's any better. I think looking at it, it has actually stood up better by not having the grounding clip as close. So by doing a test patch, you can see which is the best method to use, i.e. having the grounding clip closer or further away. Now I'll just continue on with this, adding extra layers. The next layer is going to be 6mm grass, and you just build it up in sections. So I'll carry on now, continue with this, and we'll come back and have a look at it when I've finished. Here we can see we have the static grass complete. You can pick up the various subtle shades in there that just give variation to it, so you just haven't got a uniform green colour. And all I've used to achieve this is obviously you have the blended turf scatter underneath, and then I started with a layer of spring green 4mm, then added some 4mm dead grass to it, and finished it off with some 6mm wild meadow. So this gives you a nice effect of grass. Now we're not finished there. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to get some colour scatter for representing flowers and that, and I'll show you how we do that. So to add flower effects to the grass, I've got the Woodland Scenics flower kits here. So I've got some red, orange, yellow and white. I've also got a little bit of pink here. I've also got this, which is like a matting, which is purple to represent heather on the hillside. I've also got the flower dressing kit, which is similar. I got some pink, purple, red and yellow there. These are slightly bigger than the Woodland Scenic, which is a lot finer. So it just gives a bit of variation. So all we do is we take little bits of it and just sprinkle it where you want the flowers. So I'll show you how I do that now in a section. So you can see we've just got this area here and a little bit of colour. I've taken some of the yellow. This is the Woodland Scenic flower kit, and it's just a matter of just sprinkle it on. With this, sometimes less is more. And you got to think, what time of year are you modelling? What flowers would be in the fields? So the yellow here would represent buttercups, dandelions, that sort of thing. And then we can add some red. I'll sprinkle a bit of the red around over the hillside. And I'm going to take some of the purple, sort of fine fibrous material here. Just take some of that and just stretch it out. And let's get it nice and fine. And just push it onto the static grass, just to give the impression of a patch of heather. See how that just breaks up the grass and adds a subtle bit of colour. Now I'm going to leave it there for now for this video. Next video we're going to come back and we're going to add bushes and trees to this whole area, just to again break it up a bit more and add some more detail and make it look more realistic. So there, I've completed. I've added the flower cover for now to the grass. You can see it just breaks it up even further, gives it a little bit of colour. Once you're happy with it all, just go over it with the layering spray and that'll just hold it in place. As I say, when you're doing static grass, do a little test patch just to see how it's working on your particular day, because it can depend on ambient conditions, whether you need to use the grinding clip or not. Cover any track so you don't get any of that covered in glue. Also make sure the track and your layout is powered down and not connected. And just do it in little patches and just see how it goes. And the main trick with static grass is to build it up in layers. So start off with your 2mm or 4mm, different colours, build it up, then add 6mm. You can even go as far as 12mm if you want really long grass. But just remember, 6mm grass in 00 scale is about 1.5 feet in actual height. So I don't think it looks too bad now. As I say, we'll come back next week. We'll add bushes and trees to it, which will enhance it even further and break it up. We'll also start adding some fencing around the track as well. And that'll just, again, make it all come to life a bit more. So there's the static grass done now on this side of the layout. If you've got any questions or comments, put them down below. Don't forget to check out my channel members, and if you do want to support the channel, just hit that join button. I also have a Patreon. I'll put that link down below. So don't forget to like, subscribe and share. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye for now.